Are you ready to relive the past? Well, step right up. We have Atari, PlayStation, Nintendo, Sega. Get ready for a wild ride. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane. That table can only mean one thing. We'll be playing some Sega Dreamcast. To be exact, we're going to be playing some Unreal Tournament on the Sega Dreamcast. I have actually never played this game before. Let's take a look at the label right there. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did play quite a bit of the PC version back in the day. I think I had like a Pentium 3 computer or something like that. And this game was pretty cool. On the PC, it was definitely quite the popular PC game back in the day, especially for playing online. And you can see right here, you can definitely play this game online as well with your Sega Dreamcast. So let's put that right there, and let's check out the label art. As I mentioned, you have the guy right there in the center with a chainsaw. You have blood on the chainsaw, so right away, you know that this game is rated M for mature. Definitely can't play this if you're a certain age, you know, unless if your parents are pretty cool with it. Got a Marine right there, and you got that Terminator looking thing right there. Then on the back is "Welcome to the Gladiator Bloodsport of the Future," right there on the top. And then right there it says "It's online and it's on fire." The official Dreamcast magazine. And you can hear my phone going off back there. The phone needs to shut up for a second. And it has a whole big description on the game right here. You can read that. It says reality bending graphics and speed designed to take full advantage of your Sega Dreamcast technology. Now, the Dreamcast had Windows CE technology, so I'm not sure if it took advantage of that or not. I'm assuming that it probably did. Got a screenshot right there. And right there, it kind of looks just like the PC version. This is 1 to 4 players, so I'm assuming that you can actually play this split screen, which that's actually pretty cool. Online multiplayer, modem, mouse. You can use a mouse and keyboard with that. That is fantastic. Should definitely try to hunt down a mouse and keyboard for Dreamcast, so we can check that out. And it's compatible with the VGA box too, so you get the best graphics out of it. Now, if you go inside the case right here, there's nothing really too fancy in here. You have the cool looking Unreal Tournament logo right there. You got the disc. The disc has been resurfaced a crap load of times because I have 2 Sega Dreamcast consoles and one of them would not play this at all. Let's see if we can take a look at this. Nothing really fancy. Then we got the booklet. Inside the booklet, yeah, their table of contents. So, say for example, if you don't know how to make your Sega Dreamcast work on the network, you'll go to page number 8. Excuse me, and it will give you a brief detail on how exactly you have to join your network, or you're in various different networking games, all that stuff, and it gives you an idea what ping is and all that stuff. And back then, I believe most Dreamcasts, people were using over dial-up, so it's actually quite impressive. And what else do we have here? Apparently, you can use the mouse and the keyboard. And the mouse and keyboard was probably better than using the controller. It was like the Dreamcast controller, if it had an extra joystick over on the right side, it would have been perfect. But unfortunately, for playing shooter games, it's not exactly the greatest. You can see right here, You got the analog thumbstick on the left side, you got the direction pad on the left side, the start button in the center, you got the X, Y, B, A buttons over there on that side. There's the memory card, there's the Sega Dreamcast console. You got all that crazy stuff going on right there. So yeah, that's Unreal Tournament for Dreamcast. We're going to be playing that, and we're going to be using our favorite blue Sega Dreamcast controller right there, translucent. And I've been using this controller quite a bit. It's in pretty good condition. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Check that out. I have probably like 4 or 5 Dreamcast controllers, but this one is blue, and we're going to be using that. So let's head over to the Sega Dreamcast, right over there, and let's pop it in and we'll see what we got going on. Oh yes, that memory card sounds so familiar. Playing the Sega Dreamcast. Got the Sega Dreamcast startup right there. And my Sega Dreamcast it needs a new CMOS battery. So we need to skip over the date and time, and now we're booting up Unreal Tournament for the Sega Dreamcast, which I never actually played before. You can hear how loud this particular Dreamcast is. Most Dreamcasts are very, very loud when it comes to spinning the disc. Alright, so according to my Sega Dreamcast, it says there's not enough space on my VMU. And that's perfectly fine. We're going to skip that. We're not going to be really saving. Let's go into controllers. And oh man, look at these controls. So your left trigger's jump, the right trigger's fire, obviously. Man, look at that. Alright, we're gonna have to try to give that a try to see how that works. The controls are very, very wonky. Guess we'll do some practice. Deathmatch. Pick my Unreal Tournament Marine right here. We'll pick the standard one. Nothing fancy. And so far, the menus on the game are pretty nice. I like it. Got 3 bots. You hear my phone over there misbehaving, making all kinds of sound. Alright, so we're playing Unreal Tournament for Sega Dreamcast. We've got the loading screen right there. Alright, so that's Strafe. Oh, this is confusing. Oh god. Oh my god, this is crazy. I was never good at playing shooting games on Sega Dreamcast. I must say, this is really not easy. Somehow I got a double kill though. I mean, that's quite impressive. I killed that guy. I don't know how I did it, but somehow that this. Oh, it looks like these things like automatically go towards the enemy. Wow, I'm doing pretty good for someone that doesn't know how to play this game that well. If it was the PC version, I would be really doing good, but we have to track down a mouse and keyboard. Test out the mouse and keyboard on this game. That'd be
pretty interesting.
Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. Oh!
I died once. So far I'm doing actually good. That was a cheap shot. I shot that weapon so close to him that I did damage to myself. I mean, so far this game's actually pretty good on Dreamcast. I would imagine using mouse and keyboard would make it much better. Picked up a health pack. That's a necessity right there. So you don't have to aim directly at them. It seems like if you're aiming pretty close to them, you can still hit them. I would say the frame rate's probably close to a lower end Pentium 3, higher end Pentium 2 processor. It's a pretty normal, okay frame rate for back then. You see I got the killing spree. Eventually you'll get the holy shit. I think I got him too, yeah, his guts are flying over the place. That's one thing I like about Unreal Tournament. When you kill your enemy, they fly over the place. And I think Quake 2 was the first shooter that actually did that. I think Quake 2 came out before Unreal Tournament, I'm pretty sure of it. He went flying. We got this guy way over here. Let's see if we can hit him.
Yeah!
That was easy. This is return to menu. Got a cool loading screen right there. That's pretty cool. I'll say the loading screens on the Dreamcast version are actually better than the PC version. So we're gonna start the game right here. Pick our Space Marine. I feel like we're playing Doom or something. We got the Space Marines. Let's pick any random guy right here. Yeah, that guy right there. Kind of looks like a Deadpool or Spawn or something like that. Look at that. Alright, so frag limit is 15. We got one enemy, so we have to take out that enemy and kick his ass. We got the loading screen right there. Now this was compatible with playing on Sega Net. Oh man. So with Sega Net, back what I was saying, I got distracted, but yeah, with Sega Net, you can actually play games online, various different games on the Sega Dreamcast. And originally on the Dreamcast, it was supposed to be Microsoft that would develop the online service, but that didn't work out. As you already know, Microsoft decided to indulge on the gaming market themselves and develop the Xbox, and one thing led to another. And they basically went behind Sega's back and started the Xbox project. So Xbox had Sega had no choice but to develop their own online service, and that's where SegaNet came from. It looks like we already killed this guy 4 times. Let's see if we can kill him again. It's probably the most common map on Unreal Tournament. I remember playing this map like 100 times on the PC. And the map is definitely intact. Looks just like the PC version. And there goes my phone again. Let's see if we can walk around until we killed him again. That's 6 kills. Oh man, he got me that time. Alright, so he actually got me. Oh, he got me that time. He had a better weapon. I'm getting used to the controls, so the controls actually grow on you. I mean, at first, I didn't like it, and I definitely would prefer playing the PC version regardless, but now the controls are kind of growing on me. It's becoming a little bit easier to play. There's some sort of aim assistance with this game that the PC version doesn't have, so that's something that's a little easier. So, the developers have obviously acknowledged the fact that it's a little bit harder to play on the Dreamcast controller, so they add some sort of aim assistance. So you don't have to aim directly at your opponent. And more than likely, the computer will automatically help you aim towards your opponent. And I'm not sure where he is. He's definitely some... Oh, there he is. Yeah, see? I really did not shoot towards him, but I hit him anyways. I picked up his ammunition right there. And normally I don't like things like that, but in this sake, for this Dreamcast controller, I think it's very, very appropriate to have aim assistance. Because it's impossible to actually aim like normal on this controller, because you can't use the YXAB button to aim towards an opponent's head or something like that. You just can't do that. Unless you're really, really good at it. I don't know how the hell you can pull that off, but I don't think that's actually a feasible thing to do, but the controls on this game with the aim assistance is actually not bad. And I can see this is definitely one of the more popular online games on Dreamcast. It's definitely understandable why. It actually plays quite well. It's definitely on par with the regular PCs that existed back then. If you had a higher end PC, back then when this game came out on Dreamcast, Pentium 3, like a higher end Pentium 3 processor with maybe a Voodoo card, that would have been much higher end than what you have here. They had a couple of AMD processors that were higher end as well, that would probably surpass the performance of what you're getting here. I don't, off the top of my head, recall which Pentium 3 processor existed, or AMD processor existed back then. That is, I was talking about AMD. So the AMD processors, I know there was one that was actually capable of outperforming on Pentium 3, but I don't remember which one it was, because I didn't start getting into AMD processors until after Pentium 3 processors. Like right now I'm using a Ryzen 1700 for video rendering, and very, very pleased with it. But back to this game right here. It's quite the impressive Unreal Tournament port. And I don't know, I think Unreal Tournament might have came out on the original Xbox as well, if not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that did. Let's see, the computer got me that time. I got him that time. Stole his weapon. More than likely he spawned somewhere over here. Oh, what? He lived through that. Alright, so we got 12 kills. We have 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Let's see if we can kill him and get him knocked out of the match right here. We advance on to the next map. You see him running away from me. Got 1 more kill to go. More than likely he spawned over here. Oh, he actually got me that time. Let's see if we can locate. Whoa, he's somewhere behind me. What the hell? Got him. Got the fantastic Unreal Tournament dialogue. The guy with the deep voice. Not sure what the hell he said there at the end of the map right there. But now we can actually move on to the next tournament right here. Or this is actually the whole tournament right here. So you have to play several maps. Now you have to kill... You have 2 enemies on the map. You have to kill... Get 20 frags, which are kills. I think I still have a PC version of this game on disc somewhere. Maybe someday we'll check that out. Get it like an old computer. I have an older laptop it might play on. Check that out someday. I know somewhere I have House of the Dead on the PC version on disc. I normally don't play PC games on memory lane, but hey, we might have to try it out. The strafing's actually pretty good. You can strafe, but the looking up and looking down thing, I'm not big into that. It's not good. See, since there's 2 enemies on the map, it's probably going to be easier to win this game. Stole his weapon. Why is he not dying? Finally. I know he's behind. Oh, he's over here. I saw him. Got him killed. And back in the day, this game was extremely competitive. I remember having the LAN parties. And we would play this, and we would play like Counter-Strike 1.6, of course, the old one. And we would play like MechWarrior 3. You know, all those type of games on that were capable of playing on older PCs back then. Got a rampage. Get both of these bastards right here. You can see when there's a lot of enemies on the screen at once, the frame rate does drop down, but that was pretty normal for any gaming console back then. Even normal PCs back then probably had that same issue. Unless you had a really high-end video card, you're probably going to see the same exact thing. You got Domination. This weapon's actually working pretty well. We're at 17 kills. We need 3 more kills, and then we're good. Advance on to the next. This weapon's working quite effectively. I saw something going on. You can see the Archon got killed 16 times, and the other one got killed 10 times. You can see the cool 3D model of the character right there. And it's going to the loading screen by itself. Stubborn Dreamcast did not want to show me or show off the 3D model. And then we have 3 enemies at once. Let's see if we can get this up here and check it out. This is Unreal Tournament for Dreamcast. It's actually pretty cool. Honestly, I didn't think I would like it this much, but it's actually not bad. I think it's actually a pretty good port of Unreal Tournament. And once again, I think Unreal Tournament was also on the Xbox. I don't know if it was on PS2. I wasn't really a big PS2 fan back then. I definitely played GameCube. Eventually I got a Sega Dreamcast. After the Sega Dreamcast died, it was like impossible to buy games for it. So during that time I played a lot of burned games, because it was already too late. And this guy right here is definitely giving me a challenge. His difficulty is definitely kicking in a little bit. Oh, he got me. Wow, there's actually two players that are doing better than me. This is actually cool. Alright, so we got... You can also carry two weapons at once. We got double kill using this big ass weapon right here. Alright, so we just have to spot out some got his ass. He was trying to walk up the stairs, that didn't go too well for him. Got a killing spree. But there's always the fear that someone has more kills than me. So we do have a couple of competitive computer players. Yeah, take that. That's crazy. Oh, I got him. Excuse me, I got a rampage. That was quite impressive. You got the phone going off again. This phone's... I have those Arlo security cameras. So every time a vehicle drives by, or just about anything, that phone goes off. It pisses me. Here it goes again. Yeah. So Unreal Tournament is definitely a classic first-person shooter on the PC. What a great game. I'm going to finish up this round right here. I am definitely enjoying it. Maybe we should get some more first-person shooter games on Dreamcast, like Quake. Oh, what the hell is that? Can't have one episode of Memory Lane without saying, what the hell is that? And this happened to organically come out right there. You have the little dialogue in the background. Computer guy calling me useless. I'm going to show him whenever I run into a computer guy, like right here. Yeah, take that. I'm going to call me useless. Oh, what the, oh man. There's a guy like right beside me, oh crap. So yeah, once again, the graphics are actually pretty good. Of course, if you have like the VGA adapter, it's gonna look better. This is going through composite through a digital HDMI upscaler. So the graphics are pretty much the best as it's gonna get for composite, and this guy's gonna kill me. He got me. Although I do have more kills. So the only thing I need is 3 more kills and we're good. So So yeah, once again, this is going through composite, going through an analog to digital converter. It converts it to HDMI signal. And it records at 60 frames per second, you know, your normal Elgato recording stuff. The game definitely doesn't play fully at 60 frames per second. I think it probably plays at 30. And then it drops down, that's normal. In fact, most N64 games barely hit 30 frames. Even if you're playing a PS3 or Xbox 360 game, most of those games were clocked at like 30 frames per second or something like that. So for years, gaming consoles really only some games here and there hit 60. Like on the PlayStation 1, there's a few games that hit 60 frames per second. On the Sega Saturn, there was a few games that hit 60. See the character model right there. So we got 20 kills, and that is Unreal Tournament on the Sega Dreamcast. What a nice memory lane episode that was. And I think the game was actually pretty good. It was better than what I expected. I never actually played this version of Unreal Tournament before. I could have sworn I played definitely the PC version, and I think I played the Xbox version of it. It's going back that far. I don't quite remember. I think the Xbox did have a version of Unreal Tournament. I could be wrong. Nonetheless, I think that this game is actually pretty good. Considering that the Dreamcast controller has a huge disadvantage of not having a second joystick, I think the developers did a pretty good job with the aim assistance, and the game is definitely... Okay, I could imagine going back 20 years ago, playing this online. This was probably really, really fun to play. Using dial-up. So you got the dial-up modem and then plugging it in, and that's it. So if you enjoyed this episode of Memory Lane, don't forget to comment down below. And let me know if you ever have had any experiences playing Dreamcast online. Or what was the earliest game that you ever played online? Like whether it was PC or Sega Dreamcast, PS2, whatever it was. What was the first early experience you had playing any game online? For me, it's kind of hard to tell. I had a PC back in the day. I'd probably say that the original Xbox was probably one of the first experiences, because my cousin had the Xbox. And we would play Counter-Strike online on the Xbox, all that stuff. We did have a Pentium 3 PC, so I do remember playing some games. I don't remember if I played them online or not, because I was younger back then, but I do remember having plenty of fun playing Grand Theft Auto 2 and playing games like MechWarrior and all that stuff on the Pentium 3 computer. I don't remember playing too much online back then, though. Up until the Xbox came out. Then that's where the online stuff went crazy. And again, I didn't have a Dreamcast until after the Dreamcast died. I bought one used, and so the online stuff wasn't an option for me at that point. And I had a GameCube, personally my console, so I didn't really play that online either. So I didn't really play anything crazy online until the 360 came out. So let me know down below what your first online gaming experience was, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below.